This facial hair, it's horrible. I need a shave. Hello, guys. So, before I start, I am going to say viewer discretion is advised. I am going to get detailed into this story. I don't know how detailed I will get. Your stomach might churn, or maybe you'll just feel awkward and uncomfortable. Um, so at the boy home, I was supposed to be there for a full year. I only lasted for 6 months after dealing with the thing with my friend and doing the testimony and all the bullshit. I just one evening decided and told someone I am gonna get up and I'm going to leave. A lot of people said that, but they never did. So I don't think the person actually believed me. I woke up about 5 o'clock. I wore the clothes I was gonna leave in, which was gym shorts, I think. My wore jeans, I'm not sure. I got up, tiptoed down the stairs, and headed out the door. Everything was locked in the office, like my money, so I left without money. I didn't have a cell phone. I was 4 hours by driving from any one of my family, or 3 hours. I decided I was going to leave, get to my biological mom, go live with her. So I just started walking. It was still dark. I don't know. I was scared. It was lonely too. Like, even for the first hour, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I didn't have anyone to talk to. Like, I almost talked myself out from not leaving. I was like, maybe I could just make it for the whole year. And then after I get out, I could just deal with whatever. But I decided just to keep going. I actually walked pretty far. I think I walked maybe 4 hours, maybe. And someone stopped and actually offered me a ride. How nice is that? Told the guy where I was heading, he's like, oh, you're going the wrong way, but I could take you up where I'm going, and that's Topeka. I guess that's where he lived. So I got in the car. I mean, he was an older guy. I think maybe close to his 60s. I noticed he had a wedding ring, so I was like, okay, this guy's fine. I'll just hop in the car, ride with him. We started talking. I told him about my friend. I was like, well, first he asked me, what was I doing? Why was I heading to where I was heading? And I told him, like, I just got depressed. This boys' home was just crazy. It was just annoying. Just had a friend that was murdered. And I just couldn't take it anymore. So he kept asking questions, and then I asked him, do you have any kids? He's like, no. Well, then a few minutes go by, and he's like, oh yeah, I do have a daughter. And then in my head, I was like, why didn't you fucking say this when I first asked you? It's kind of shady, kind of weird. But I was like, well, I'm already in the car, so I just went on with it. After having a conversation, this guy, older, 60, decided to put his hands on my leg and was like, oh, everything will be fine. And I was like, hey, do you got a cigarette? Like, I need something to smoke. He's like, oh, I don't smoke. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then he just kept, like, patting my leg, patting my knee over and over. And then he started raising his hand while he was driving up my leg. And I just got really awkward. When I get when I feel awkward or when I get scared back then, I just like froze. I couldn't move. Of course I couldn't move. He was driving like 50 miles per hour, so what was I gonna do? And then he kept going, and I'm just like, you need to stop. He just kept going while he was driving, and then he got up to the crotch, and with one hand, he unzipped my pants. He started. Oh my goodness. I have not told this story to anyone except maybe one person, and that was my mom. He started rubbing my underwear, my dick, my balls. And then finally got to the point where he whipped out my dick. Started just moving his hands along it, just fondling it. And at this point where he's fondling, we got into the Topeka area. Even with stoplights and stuff, he was still doing it. I don't know who he thought I was. He just kept pushing and pushing. He's like, oh, I know how you get cigarettes. My wife is not home. We can go to my place, have a little fun. And in my head, I'm just like, this isn't fun right now. Like, I'm so feeling uncomfortable. I just want out of this car. And then he's like, so we could go have fun. And then I give you $20. And then we'll see what we could do from there. At this point, I just was all like, I need to say something. I need to get out. Like, this is just really uncomfortable. And when he kept fondling, I just was like, I just need the courage. I was all like, you need to pull this car over. I want out. He didn't. He kept driving, touching me. I'm like, no, come on, let's just go to my house. Let's go have some fun. And then I just lost it. I was like, you need to pull the fuck over before I make this fucking scene, because I am done with this shit. I'm done. Let me the fuck go. So he pulls off the street. He goes on this highway, and then he like fucking pulls over. I get out. I start walking on the highway. Then he like does this U-turn, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Just get back in the car. I'll take you where you need to go. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. I was like, no, you need to leave. Leave me the fuck alone. And like at this point, he left me alone. But then I was thinking, here I am walking on this highway. It's like fields and shit. And I was like, oh my God, if I don't get to another town by nightfall, he could literally be hiding somewhere, parked somewhere, waiting for me. I was flipping out. Like, I was just like, No one saw. Multiple cars drove by me. I mean, at this time, I was, I think, 17. Finally, someone pulled over. Of course, another guy. I took a chance again. This person had a car seat, and this guy was actually nice. He was genuine. He drove me to the few towns over. He bought me some food. He gave me some water. He got me a phone so I could call my biological mom. He gave me money so I could give her gas money to come get me, just in case she didn't have enough money. or had enough gas. I waited for a while in this town at this gas station. They're really nice. They let me stay as long as I had to wait. It started raining. Oh my goodness. And they're like, oh, we're about to lock up. We need to close. And I was like, shit. Where's my mom? Finally, my mom comes. Ugh, it was like fresh a breath air seeing her. I couldn't even describe it. It was so nice seeing a family member. I was still shaken out when she came and got me from the old guy. Um, Even to this day, no. I still think about it. I just don't talk about it. Still, I wouldn't say haunts me, but even living in the town where my mom lived, I still worried like, oh shit, he knows what town I'm in. Yeah, it's a big town, but it's still scary. What if I bump into him? It freaks me out. That is the hitchhiking story. I will never hitchhike again. I probably could have gotten more detail, but just even talking about overwhelms the fuck out of me. So I guess have a good night. I am gonna go make a mixed drink. Bye guys. Stay tuned.